Hi guys, so you'd have seen recently those lovely people over at Wizkids sent me a box of goodies. And obviously inside this box there was, well, a variety of things. Some of which you've seen already, which are these frameworks miniatures. I've already assembled them and painted them, and they're pretty awesome. But I've also got some Warlock Tiles, which are pretty cool. As you can see, I've got a couple of sets to make up some dungeons, which is pretty cool, because obviously playing Dungeons and Dragons, well, sometimes you go in dungeons. As well as this cave or cavern set. So these are what I'm going to sort of review right now. So let's start off with the Cavern set. So you get a nice big box full of bits and pieces, and the thing I really love about these ones is they really are well sort of made, good quality, and they look nice and robust. They're quite thick sort of plastic, so yeah, no problems about getting these out and then them accidentally snapping basically. But yeah, as you can see, you get lots of bits in here, and you get this like a rope ladder thingy, which looks pretty cool because obviously the idea is this sort of cavern would be sort of, I don't know, a lava molten pit. So you'd have the rickety old bridge going across the lava. So yeah, don't fall in. And like a lot of the products that come from Wizkids, they basically sort of snap together, which I really like. Because obviously then there's no gluing involved, and this way you really can sort of take the things apart, rearrange them, and change them to however sort of suits your needs really. So yeah, they snap together nicely, and obviously because these are sort of snapped together, you can have them sort of going upwards or bending downwards, or even just going straight really, I guess. And then once you've got your bridge how you want it, it's simply a case of just slotting that into these other pieces. So yeah, again, very modular, and when you do build this, it is nice and secure, and bits aren't just going to sort of like fall off, which is pretty cool. So there we go, there's my little cleric dude that again came with the set that Wizkids sent me. And he came off a little sprue, which is pretty awesome. So I will eventually get around to seeing if I can melt these sprues in the good old acetone and see what I can make from that. So yeah, lots of stalagmites as well. And yeah, again, very versatile, and you make it exactly how you want it. So obviously you do your little rough sketch of your design or your dungeon or whatever it is. And then yeah, it's just simply a case of moving these around, getting the desired effect. So your little heroes can obviously venture into this sort of cavern and make their way across, yeah, without falling in the lava, I guess. So many thanks again to Wizkids for sending me these items, as I certainly will be using these in some upcoming sort of games that I'm going to be doing. And yeah, I just love the look of this. And I will eventually make some sort of board for this to sort of go on, just so again it does look like it's on lava. But yeah, so look out for a video of that. I'm going to start making some larger board sort of sets and dioramas. And yeah, these figures and obviously these sort of props and bits and pieces from Wizkids certainly will fit in well with all of that sort of stuff. There are links in the description showing obviously where you can get these tiles from, and obviously all the other range of stuff that Wizkids do. So go check them out, guys. So yeah, moving on from that one, and we'll now have a little look at the dungeon floor tiles. So I've recently had a go at making some from foam board, and they've not come out too bad. The only problem with the ones that I've got from foam board are they are a bit sort of squishy and bendy, and well, yeah, kind of break. But as you can see, these ones are nice, again, thick plastic, nice and solid. And the thing I love about these ones is they're obviously double-sided, which is pretty awesome. So perfect for dungeon floors and inside a good old taverns. And yeah, you obviously get these little doors as well, and they're obviously, as you can see, nice and working. Plenty of walls, corner angles, and sort of flat bits. And the thing I like about these walls as well is they're kind of like half height. So when this is assembled, you can still see the figures nice and easily from sort of any angle. And yeah, it just looks really good. So obviously lots of connectors. As you can see, I am new to this, so I was trying to put the wrong bit in the wrong bit there. But yeah, you'll soon see that I do work out which bits need to go where. But yeah, so obviously these are the little connectors, and these basically slot in between the little gaps here. I think basically you're better off going for like the centre one, just because obviously it'll fit better. And it is a case of pushing pretty hard. So as you'll see, to begin with, I wasn't too sure how hard to push these, because I didn't want to break them basically. But yeah, no, so these are well built, and yeah, you can give them a bit of force. So yeah, put the connectors in the centre ones, and then basically give them a good old push in. So yeah, again, very durable, and it's just great the way obviously you can make exactly what it is you need. So if you've got some sort of like design or floor plan, or you're working from one of the D&D books, then you can pretty much make whatever sort of walkways, corridors, or obviously larger rooms, which is kind of obviously what I'm doing here. And there's also these other doors which kind of like slots in between, which is pretty cool. These ones don't open, but that's fine because obviously you just imagine that they are open once you go through. But obviously they're just like connecting doors between corridors and rooms. And yeah, then it's just a fun bit of going around, assembling all the bits and making it how you want. So I was just randomly, obviously, building something. I didn't have any sort of set idea. But later on I do actually, once this is built, I have a little game with my kids. So we make up a little dungeon, I make up a little scenario. Obviously I throw in a few mobs and bits and pieces. And yeah, we had a great game. So my kids range between 9 and 13. And yeah, they absolutely loved the game. I loved doing it. The only problem was I obviously went through all the different kind of like classes and races and all the kind of things you can be. And they all wanted to be monks. I think obviously they wanted to be like ninjas. So we had 3 monks going around my little dungeon. But we are going to play another game, and I'm going to try and get them to, well, basically be other races and classes. Try and get sort of like a wizard or 2 in there, maybe a cleric, just to help heal. So this is obviously the end sort of design I came up with. Say, I was just basically building it as I was going. Really pleased with how it looks, and yeah, I think these are great tools, or sorry, great tiles. They really do slot in well. It's nice and secure. And I had a few bits left over. I probably could have done with some more sort of like outer walls. Although, to be honest, I probably could have done like the outer walls with the thick ones, and then all these sort of thin, small dividers I could have obviously used for the inside. But again, I was making up as I was going along, so this is kind of what I ended up with. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. And so obviously these are the figures that I painted in a previous video. If you haven't seen that, go and check that one out. These are their new line of frameworks, which is basically miniatures on sprues. But the great thing with these ones is they come with a variety of weapons and tools and bits and pieces, backpacks, all that kind of stuff. So you can sort of like make them how you want. So obviously I haven't got any of the packs for the sort of interior bits and pieces. So I basically just printed out a few bits on my good old Anycubic Photon Mono. And these are the bits that I printed out. Obviously do need painting, but that's fine. But I do believe Wizkids do sets of interior bits and pieces. So you can get obviously the beds, furniture, and all that kind of stuff if you haven't got a 3D printer yourself. And obviously we need good old treasure in there, and obviously a good old mimic. So that caught my kids out. Obviously they went rushing up to the chest, and then basically the chest started rushing up to them, which was pretty cool. So yeah, hope you like this, guys. Yeah, again, check out the links down below. Have a look at Wizkids stuff. They do a whole variety of packs, and obviously a whole variety of miniatures, which is pretty awesome. And all great adventures in D&D end up in a dungeon. So yeah, absolutely love this set. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that and you found that informative. If you want to help out the channel, become a patron like these guys here. There's a link obviously coming up in a second. There's a link down in the description on how to become a patron. And I say, support the channel. And obviously thank you to all these sponsors down here who, again, help support the channel. If you are new here and you like what I do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, as I do produce videos every week. And if you have any questions about sprues, sprue goo, or basically anything I make on this channel, leave them down below, as I'd like to know what you think about what I make and what I do. And say any questions at all, I will certainly answer them. Even if you just want to say hi, put hi in the chat, and I'll say hi back. There's a couple more videos on my channel. Give these a little click, see more of what I do. Don't forget, subscribe here, Patreon there. Okay guys, that's it. Bye for now.